So yeah, thank you, John. That was an amazing session on SageMaker Unified Studio. So I'm Cheryl Joseph. I'm a senior solutions architect at AWS. I've been here for almost 5 years now, and I work with enterprise customers, helping them on their cloud journey. And I actually have over 2 decades of experience in being a full stack engineer and leading high performance teams. And I'm actually also based in the South Jersey area. So if any of you want to connect with me, so Philly is 45 minutes away. Um, so in this short time that we have together, what I'm going to show you is how Amazon Q serves both not only as a business productivity tool, but it also serves as a developer assistant. And I'll give you, time permitting, I'll give you a quick demo of Q's capabilities. And I think what's really exciting in my mind is, we're not looking at like a traditional AI assistance. We're looking at an intelligent agent and one that can understand your context, one that can access your enterprise data securely and really take actions on your behalf. So let's get started. So at AWS, when we think about generative AI, we really think about it as a three-layer stack. So if you look at it at the very bottom is right the infrastructure, the services that we need for building and training and running your models, right? So that's where you see Amazon SageMaker at the very bottom if you're using SageMaker to actually build your models. Or then you see the high performance chips and the compute that's needed to enable all of this. Then in the middle is where we see Amazon Bedrock, and I know Victor's going to be covering that. But coming to the top of the stack, the very top layer is where we see Amazon Q, right? So these are applications that are powered by generative AI and they are leveraging foundation models. So you see Amazon Q Business on the left, and that you can use that for insights and automation. And then there's Amazon Q Developer on the right, and you can use Amazon Q Developer for accelerating your software development lifecycle. So now let's dive into some of the Q products. Um, so basically, if you think about it, we have multiple products that are tailored for different personas and different use cases. So, like I just mentioned, right? We have Q Business. So, in Q Business, you can come, you can ask questions, you can ask it to provide summaries, you can generate content, and all of this really based on your enterprise data. Additionally, like I just mentioned, a Q developer can help you accelerate your software development lifecycle. And also within Q, Q is also integrated with other AWS services. For example, Amazon Q and QuickSight. You can use that to enhance your business productivity using, generative BI capabilities. And so, really, the goal is to help accelerate your decision making. And then, if you're running a call center, if you're using Amazon Connect, you can use Q and Connect to deliver suggested responses to the agents, and really take actions a lot quicker. And the end goal being is providing a faster resolution to issues and improve customer satisfaction. And if you're using supply chain, you can use Clune supply chain to enhance your visibility across your supply chain. So now let's look at Q Business. So Q Business really is a generative AI assistant, again, designed for enterprise use. Its main focus being a workplace productivity, right? So it can access and analyze data across an organization's various data sources. And John was just talking about the various data sources, right? So Q Business can help bring all of these together and really address the challenge of siloed data. And in doing this, it can help you to get information on this data and take actions based on this particular data. And it maintains existing user level access controls. And one thing that it will not use your content to improve the underlying models. I believe if you're using the pro version of it, it will not. But if you're using the free version of it, you can actually also choose to opt out of that. And also, Q Business is built for the enterprise. So it really has a 40 plus fully managed connectors, and I'll show you in the demo to populate data from apps like, for example, Zendesk and Salesforce and Slack and Asana and S3 and Google Workspaces. So really, you can pull data from all of these data sources. And I mentioned this briefly in the last slide, but I just want to call that out again. It respects your existing identity controls. So if a user does not have access to the data without Q, that user will not have access to the data with Q. And additionally, it can enable an administrator. So if you are one of those administrators, you can apply guardrails to customize, the responses. So it meets your company's compliance standards. So now that we've looked at Q Business, let's now look at Q Developer. So John briefly mentioned about Q Developer. It's really the generative AI powered assistant for software development. And it's what we're noticing is, and me coming from a software development background, I'm just amazed at how easy it makes things for me, for writing code and everything that's involved with that life cycle. And I believe it's really transforming how builders are working with AWS. And what's special about it is that it really takes an end-to-end approach by solving problems across the whole software development lifecycle. So let's now look at some of the features that it provides. So with Q Developer, you can ask questions of it in the AWS console. You can ask questions of it within your IDE. So currently we support Visual Studio Code, the JetBrains IDEs, Visual Studio, and Eclipse. I believe it's in preview. And it provides you inline coding suggestions. And actually, you can use natural language and generate entirely new features. And you can build test cases. I know that many developers don't like to do that, including documentation. So it can enable you to do that as well. It can help fix security vulnerabilities. And if you have a Java 8 application and you want to upgrade to Java 11, give Q Developer a try. And soon you'll also actually be able to perform .NET framework upgrades to cross-platform .NET. And one more thing is, and I've used it myself, is you can really diagnose and troubleshoot errors in the console. So basically, you can ask it questions. Hey, why can't I delete this object in this particular bucket? Why am I getting this error with my Lambda function? And it will do its best to help you there. Um, and also, you can actually manage your AWS resources and your spend, and it's integrated with Cost Explorer. So actually, I did this yesterday. I was like, "Yeah, what are my top contributing services, to the AWS bill in this particular region?" Or you can say, "Hey, how much did Lambda cost me in March?" Or, which of these linked accounts is really contributing to the most spend in my account? Right. So these are some of these, you can use it, and it's really amazing how easy it is. Um, so with that, that's the end of my presentation. You can, reach out to Ron if you need to contact, but I've shared my contact details here. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'll share my browser, and let's quickly look at the demo. So I'm thinking you can see the Q Business URL. So here is Amazon Q Business in the AWS console. I created an app over here, and it has and I've configured a few data sources. So if you look over here, I've have three data sources that I configured. One is pulling information from S3 on AWS well-architected best practices. This web crawler has actually information about some James Bond movies and Marvel movies. And I've also uploaded some files. And this contains information for some flood insurance and some insurance information. You can also come over here and add additional data sources. So this is what I was talking about earlier. These are all these already integrated, and I believe this list is just going to keep increasing. Coming back over here, you can also have plugins which I've not configured in this account, but you can come in over here. These are already, plugins if you want to take actions on your behalf, and you can also create a custom plugin if you don't see the plugin that you want over here. Okay, so what I've done is I've created this app over here, and this is the deployed URL. So I can go to this URL over here and I can ask questions of it. So basically, the questions that I can ask is, hey, because I know that I've uploaded some insurance information, right? So the question that I can ask is, what should a client do to file an insurance claim due to a flood damage? um, Q will now come back. It will look at the information that it has. And I know I've uploaded some insurance information. See, it's coming back with specific information over here. And one more thing is it's also going to show you the sources. So if you want to really confirm, like for example, it's calling it out here, but you can come over here and look at the data sources and, get more information. So we've got that. I have another very small demo, but Ron, I just want to check on time. Am I good over there, or can I go another 3 more minutes?
I would try and summarize, and we can
Okay,
always
perfect,
include the
perfect.
links
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so, you can then come in over here. You can ask it more questions, like, for example, I'm asking it a follow-up question, right? And it'll do its best and give you information. But what I didn't cover in this demo is now that you've done it and you want to actually, for example, you have an internal system and you want to integrate this with Jira, for example, you can come in over here and you can ask it right over here, hey, create a Jira ticket, and it will then go in and create the ticket for you. It'll fill in the information it needs, it has, but then you can come in and, update it with more information, and then you can, if the ticket is created. Now, think about it, the ease with which you've got the data, it's all in one place, right? You can ask questions of it, you can make informed decisions, you can generate stuff, you can actually even download things, right? And it creates the content for you, and then you have the automation of the next piece which you would normally do. So it's really what I want to convey to you in this short demo slash presentation is how easy it is for you to take actions that would actually take you a lot longer without these tools. So with that, Ron, over to you.